What's up, gang? Hey man, it's your boy CJ. Hey, in this video we're gonna talk about questions that you should never ask a woman, and then we're gonna talk about why taking advice from women when it comes to dating women is probably the worst thing that you can possibly do. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So there's some things that you guys do that show that you guys care too much, and as soon as you show a woman that you care too much, that is when the time starts clicking. That is when the countdown begins. That is when she is looking to replace you, right? And every now and again you can make a mistake here and there, as long as you catch yourself and then you find yourself getting back on your grind, getting back on your purpose, getting back to things that you love in your life. You know what I mean? But there are questions that dudes ask women that turn women off so much to the point that they looking for somebody else, and they gonna lie to their friends as to why they're looking to replace you. You know, they're gonna make up stuff. They're gonna say stuff like, oh, he was controlling, or he didn't let me do what I wanted to do, or he was this, this is all made up nonsense. You know what I mean? There's a reason why the girl keep going back to the guy that ain't good for her, opposed to the good guy, solid guy, great intention guy who just cares too much. Or she may stay in the relationship and everybody on the outside looking in knows it's a sexless relationship, knows she's flirting with other guys, knows she's looking for her next target or his replacement every single day that she's out. You feel me? But these are some of the questions that I would say that'll turn a woman off extremely fast. The main one being is, do you love me? If you have to ask a girl, do you love me, you are gonna turn her off so fast, because, you know, especially if you're watching my channel, whatever the case is, or if you know me in real life and you've actually went out with me and I've actually showed you, taught you some tricks, got your game right, you feel me, got you, you know what I mean, got you getting the results that you want. One thing that will kill a girl's love for you is her feeling like you love her more than she loves you. The moment she can kick her feet back and relax and be like, I got him, that is the moment she no longer wants you. That is the moment. So if you ask a question like, do you love me, you have told her everything that she needs to know just from that one question. Do you love me? She should be asking you that question. Now if the shoe was on the other foot, see, us men, we love simps. Me and my boy was talking about this the other day. He's like, that's so crazy that, like, because, you know, he lost one of his chicks or whatever the case is, and I was breaking down how he lost her, and he was like, bro, that's so crazy, because as men, we want a simp girl. Like, we want a girl that loves us, adores us, that cares for us, that'll, you know, put us in front of them. Like, that's what we want. But it's so crazy that if we give that to a woman, she's no longer interested. And I've tested this theory time and time again. I've actually tested it. My boy can contest to this. I tested it with a chick that I didn't even want to lose. Like I just did the test just to do the test, because every now and again I always want to test to see if society's norms have changed, right? I always want to check to see if, oh, are we living in a different society now? So I always want to test it. I have no problem, like I said, I have no problem approaching chicks. So, you know, I went to an event. I was kind of, you know, nonchalant, not really engaging with people, stuff like that. So we at the event, my boy, the girl he's talking to, taps me on the shoulder and says, my friend over there, and the friend was gorgeous, my friend over there has a really, really big crush on you. She told me not to tell you, but I just had to tell you. You know what I mean? And then so I'm still there, nonchalant, whatever the case is. But this night, I said, let me test my theory. Because in my mind, I thought I had nothing to lose, because the girl already had a big crush on me, right? So then I was like, let me test this theory. I said, I'm going to be a normal guy this time. I'm just going to be a normal guy, compliment her, tell her that she looks good, do all of this simp shit that every guy does. But I wanted to test the theory. So I went over there. You know, you know, we talked a little bit, we exchanged names, and I was like, oh, nice dress. You know what I mean? You feeling well? We talking, we this. And what I noticed, you know, the more that I showed her interest, the more she was trying to get away from me. You feel me? When I was nonchalant, quiet, she adored me, right? But the more I was showing her interest, she was trying to go to the bathroom with her friends. She was trying to get away. She was trying to, you know, find ways. She's like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Or I'm going to da-da-da. And I've been in this situation so many times. So many times. You feel me? With beautiful women. With women. And every woman on the planet will tell you that is the wrong girl. That is the wrong girl. They are all lying. They all act like that. They all act like that. There was nothing wrong with this girl. This girl wasn't no all the way out there hoe. She doesn't go out that much. You know what I mean? It happened to be like a New Year's Eve party that her friends dragged her out to. That's how, bro, my whole life, that's how I go. The moment, and I did it on purpose, but the moment you start, you start giving out compliments, now she like, oh, I don't really like this guy no more. I liked everything about him. I liked the way he looked, the way he dressed, the way he smelled, everything. But the moment he started giving me compliments and shit, too many of them, being needy, all this stuff like that, I don't like the guy no more. And that goes to tell you, bro, so many guys, bro, they getting played by female wannabe dating coaches. It was just a video today, some chick just, oh my God, bro, shit, the girls blow my mind with how dumb they think dudes are. And dudes eat this mess up. Bro, she posted some video talking about the 3 things women really want. The first thing she said was she saw a 300 word or long ass post, I guess on Instagram, of a guy explaining all the 200 plus things that he loved about his girlfriend. And she said that her body didn't come up until the 100th post. She said, oh, that made my heart melt. He was so sweet. That's something that us girls, we really like. We like a man that like adores us. Cap, bro. That dude that wrote that post, I want to find that post. I want to follow that dude for the next 2 years, because that dude has just begun the end of his relationship, and he don't even know it yet. Because you gotta understand, a girl can stay in a loveless relationship for years. They can stay in a loveless relationship for 11 years if they had to, until they found your replacement, or until they felt like they found your replacement. That's crazy, but it's true. You feel me? Only you know how that relationship going. I know, because I do trial and error. I test. I'm a man. I can test. But that's why I don't understand why these dudes be following these female coaches, because it's like, bro, she can't test nothing that she says, bro. She just talking, bro. You feel me? And the thing about it is, these women, bro, they be hot one day, cold one day. One day, they want a guy that's caring. The next day, they want a guy that's an asshole. The next day, that's why it's better for you to just stay congruent and not give a fuck. They love a congruent, nonchalant, I don't give a fuck type dude. You feel me? No matter what they say. No matter what they say. So yeah, so she goes on to say, oh, this is what we really want. And if you're not getting this from a woman, that's because it's the wrong woman. Shut the fuck. Every girl says that shit. Every girl, whether she a hoe, whether she a good girl, whether she for the streets, whether she not, whatever the case is, every single girl that any guy has ever hooked up with or done anything with, they all think that they different from all the other girls. I'm not like the other girls. I'm not like the other girls. I'm not like the other girls. They always say that shit. They always think that, like, oh, if you just find the right one, we will love you going above and beyond for us. And another thing she said was, she said, oh, and this last one really melted my heart. The husband told his wife that, you know, a man said that, you know, if my wife is an overthinker, I'm gonna be an over communicator. She's like, see, that's what us women, we really want from a man. Shut the fuck up. If that's the case, if that was true, so many men wouldn't be struggling in the dating market if that was the truth. Because the majority of men act like that. Let me put this. The majority of men act like that. The majority of men, simps, put the girl on a pedestal, love her to death, would do anything for her, all of this stuff. The majority of men act like that, bro. And then the last thing she said, oh, this one guy, he was like obsessed with this ex that he couldn't get out of his head. Like, there's no matter what other girl that he would have been dating. He could have been married with kids. If this ex would have came back to him, he would have dropped it all for this chick. That's what we want as women. We want a guy to love us that much. Like as much as he loved his ex. Shut the fuck. So why is it his ex then? Explain to me that. Because he didn't leave the fucking relationship. If he adored this girl so much, why is that his ex? Like, no logic, bro. No fucking logic. And then you have the nerve to be trying to coach guys. That's the stuff I never understood. I'd be like, bro, that's like me trying to coach women about dating. How the fuck would I know what it's like to be a woman in dating? I never been a fucking woman. I never been on a fucking social media app and dicks flying at me everywhere I go. People lying to me everywhere I go. I never been a woman. So why the fuck am I going to try to coach women on how to be better in dating? Does that not compute in you guys' heads? Some of you guys go to a female dating, cause what the fuck she know about dating? From a man's perspective. Oh, I had a lot of guy friends, so you been fucked a lot? Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? I don't get it. What? I had a lot of guy friends. I listen to guys all the time. What the? Okay, and? Be a therapist then. God damn it. You ain't no motherfucking dating coach. You ain't no fucking men's help relationship fucking coach. Be a fucking therapist. Because that's what you are. You just listen to men's problems. You can't fucking solve them. Like, what the fuck? One of the reasons I'm going back to the sales. One of the reasons I became really good at sales is I didn't become good at sales listening to the fucking trainers. They used to always bring these fucking trainers in and trainers. And I'd be like, damn, how come we all suck? We keep listening to these trainers. Come to find out, when you become a top performer and you hang out with the top performers, you realize that all those motherfucking trainers, none of them was top performers. None of the trainers were top performers. They sold bare minimum cars. They got bare minimum, and they say, oh, I don't make enough money as a salesman. Maybe I should be a trainer. Maybe I should train other people how to sell. What fucking sense does that fucking make? That's why nobody that takes these fucking mandatory office training shits never fucking go nowhere. You know how I got good at selling cars? I put my fucking ego aside and I went to the top guys. I'm like, man, obviously I suck. I can't sell as much as you guys. What are you guys' tips? I talk to the top performers. They be like, hey, next customer you run into, tell me what they said. I'll talk you through it. You feel me? I'll run through a customer. I'll be like, hey man, customer said this. Oh man, you could have gotten a buy. All you had to do was say this. Oh, switch it to this. Oh, he was really trying to negotiate. Oh, he was really trying to do this. But you know what I mean? You didn't really read between the lines. That's what be happening, bro. Y'all guys is going to the wrong people for advice. You guys is going to low performers trying to get high results. Like, let me tell you a girl's cop out. Let me tell you what they always say. If you ever try to take advice from a woman that's trying to teach you how to get whatever, get more girls, get a great relationship, whatever the case is, whenever you give them a problem that they don't know nothing about, you know what they fucking say? You just got the wrong girl. Well, motherfucker, you been living for 40 fucking 5 years and you still ain't got the right bitch? No, nigga, it ain't the fucking wrong girl. If you got one dude out here slaying pussy and he look uglier than you, I've seen in cases, man, I got a friend right now, he's short, ugly, beer belly, slays pussy. You feel me? It ain't what you think it is, bro. Like, you can't just be listening to these people because they don't know. They talk, they don't know. They really don't know. And they can't say, I really don't know. You know what they say? It's just the wrong girl. If you find the right girl, she will appreciate you being a simp. She will appreciate you putting on her pedestal, because all us girls, we want the man to just adore us. Bro, if a girl see you adoring her, you know what she sees? She sees weakness. That's what she sees. She sees a man who's weak for the pussy, weak for the flesh. That's what she sees. That's all out honesty. No girl is ever gonna tell you that, because they still need simps. Like, they need simps to validate them. They need simps to take them out. They need simps to write them love letters. They need simps to buy them flowers. You feel me? They need simps. Their life would turn upside down if everybody became a man. They would not be able to get that validation. They wouldn't be able to get more of them will be in relationships, long-lasting relationships and stuff. More of them will actually be happier in the long run, but they're not going to get that validation. If they ain't getting it from their man, they ain't going to get it nowhere else. You feel me? Dude ain't going to be weak for no flesh. You mean just because you got a nice butt, nice tits, I'm just going to be your little barking dog, and you just tell me to roll over, sit down, jump, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, even the last example, that chick talking about the husband said that if my wife is an overthinker, I'm going to be an over communicator. So you finna get divorced, homeboy. Your days are numbered. I'm gonna tell you why you finna get divorced, homeboy. If you thinking like this, if you really soft like this, you real pussy like this, I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna get divorced. And no woman would ever tell you this. You're gonna get divorced because women understand that men are the superior out of the two genders. If you think I'm lying, go to watch any WNBA basketball game live, and then go watch an NBA basketball game live. Watch any women fight, and then go watch men fight. Or watch any men in the Olympics. Watch the 100-meter dash, or whatever you want to do metrically. 9 times out of 10, the man is going to be the superior, right? So, if the man is the superior, and women want to date their superior, meaning that they want to date a man taller than them, stronger than them, more fit than them, smarter than them, make more money than them. They want to date their superior. In her mind, it doesn't make sense for her to be leading her superior. That's like if you work the job and you telling your boss what to do. You will lose all respect for your boss. And the difference between women and men is, even if men may be loyal to a fault, you might lose respect for your boss, and you might be a very difficult employee, but you may still stay. The difference between women is, if they lose respect for their man, they're not staying. Because when they lose respect, that is their love. Like, the moment they stop respecting their man, they stop loving him simultaneously. It's the same thing with them. So that's when you start getting those sexless marriages. That's when you start getting people who, crying that their wife ain't giving them none. That's when you get people talking about, man, my wife is always bitching about something. Wife cussing them out all the time. Wife don't want to give him head. Wife don't want to cook. You know what I mean? So now he got to work for a goddamn, now the wife want to start going out. So now he got to work even harder. So now he got to pay for a nanny. Now he got to cook his own goddamn meals. So get off of work, then cook for the fucking family. You know what I mean? Now, he ain't getting no, stress relief. He ain't getting no head or blow, not from his wife at least. So, and he probably a loser. So the only way he is going to get some stress relief is if he pays somebody. And hookers and prostitutes aren't cheap, from what I hear. You feel me? So now you see the man bald, fat, out of shape, all this stuff, and it's because the wife is sucking the life out of this dude. And then once she does think that she got a guy that she can take serious to replace him, that has enough financial resources to take care of her, but she actually respects this guy, them divorce papers come in shortly after. And then sometimes they lose so much respect for the guy, they don't even have another guy lined up. They just can't stand looking at this guy no more. And I'm talking from a guy's perspective, not some fucking woman who's trying to, and I think it's a goddamn scam. It'll be the same thing as me fucking sweet talking women into giving me fucking money to teach them, oh, I'm gonna teach you everything about guys, girl. I'm gonna teach you everything about guys because I know your struggles. I know what it's like being a woman. I will be scamming them bitches. I don't know what the fuck it's like being a fucking woman. You feel me? I don't give a I can talk to 1 million women. I still don't know what it's like being a woman, waking up as a woman. Phone blowing up. Got to put my phone on do not disturb, and everywhere I go, somebody lying to me or trying to, especially not a fucking beautiful woman. You feel me? All I can do is speculate. That's all I can do. Speculate. Make assumptions. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So, if you guys really out here still trying to believe that being a simp is the way to go, you will be sadly mistaken. You will be sadly mistaken that what they tell you they want isn't what they respond to. You gotta stop listening to their words. Every blue moon they might say some true shit. You feel me? That's why it's up to you to stay congruent. Don't be careless, just care less. Stay congruent. You feel me? Every blue moon she might say some real shit that actually is true. It's up to for you to decipher it, but at the end of the day, that shouldn't change who you are. You feel me? Their emotions is up and down, crazy, as a man, you're supposed to keep your emotions cool. You feel me? Cool, calm, collected. Just care less. I'm not saying don't care at all. Obviously, you fucking care if you... And she know you care if you dating her, you're sleeping with her, you're staying around. Especially if you got deeper with her, if you got a family with her. Obviously, you gonna care. I'm not saying don't care at all. I'm just saying care less. Because what most you men's falling into the trap is you care too fucking much. That's the problem that you're running into. You feel me? Obviously you care. If somebody came in y'all house trying to kill y'all, you gonna stand up to that guy. Well, nowadays, shit, the women, the men these women fucking dating, you never fucking know. You feel me? Some of these dudes, they really like, honey, you check the door. Low key, deep in the closet. You feel me? He just married a chick just to say, you feel me? Low key, I date chicks. You feel me? So this, man, the fact that I even gotta explain this is crazy. Like, you feel me? Like this is something that like men's fathers should have taught them. You know what I mean? This is stuff that men's fathers should have taught them. You know, I mean, I've seen relationships where the woman do everything for her husband, and I've seen relationships where a woman won't do shit for her husband. And what I've noticed is the guy that she doesn't do shit for and doesn't love and cheats on, and you meet that guy, you can see how weak he is. His energy is fucking weak. You can tell he just doesn't want to do nothing to piss his wife off. There was this guy, they said they interviewed this goddamn child molester or whatever, which is probably one of the worst crimes that you can think of. And this guy was abducting boys and girls, little boys and girls, and raping them and molesting them, and he went to jail. And they said in an interview, they said, because I guess he was one of the most prolific molesters out there, which is fucked up to say, but it is what it is. And he said the way he targeted the kids that he would abduct and raped is by looking at the father. He said if the father was weak, he said that was his next target, whether it was a girl or a boy. He said if the father was a weak man, that was my next target. I literally had a girl tell me the same exact thing. She said that she was falling in love with this guy. He was an all-star football player in the high school. All the girls loved him. Every girl wanted him. He was cold though. He was very cold. You know, like he was very he wasn't emotionally available. He was fucking a lot of girls. He wasn't emotionally available. He read some stupid ass book. I don't know what the fuck book he read. I think she said he read a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, or some stupid ass, dumb ass book. And then she said he went away for college and then came back for like a summer break or some shit. She said he was all like trying to be funny, goofy, you know, like telling her that he was sorry for how cold he used to be. You know, he changed his ways now. He's more of like a loving person and stuff like that. That girl said, I hate to say this. She was like, but when he came back all funny and goofy and lovey and shit, she said, I hated him. I fell out of love with him instantly. She's like, I used to be obsessed over this guy. Like, he was so cold. Like, I used to sleep with him all the time. All this shit. He came back at college after he read a fucking book. And he was like trying to apologize to all the girls he did wrong and shit. And she said it wasn't even her. She said not only, and she said she brought it up to her girlfriends that slept with him too. And they all said the same thing. He's like, he's too fucking weird. He's weird now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the girls was turned off by him. He used to be the cold-hearted, fuck all the bitches to sleep. Every girl was fucking in love with him. They used to fight over him. And now the guy came back after reading a stupid-ass book, How to Win Friends and whatever the shit, and thought he needed to be Mr. Nice fucking guy. And all them bitches' pussies dried up like a fucking desert. And if you think I'm lying, if you're a guy, if you think I'm lying, go test your theory. Go out there and test it. Or maybe you've been testing the theory already. Maybe you guys are watching because you have 0 results. So if you got 0 results, maybe you should try this theory. Maybe you should care less. You feel me? Maybe you should care a little bit less. Don't be careless, just care less. Definitely don't be taking no fucking advice from a fucking female. That's probably what got you in this predicament in the first place. Listening to females. Them telling you, oh, I want a kind, sweet, tall guy that's just in touch with his emotional side, and you know, he can open up. This is what girls fucking say, bro. They say this shit. They say this, and you guys fall for this shit. You fall for it every fucking time. Like, god damn, when you guys gonna grow a pair and fucking lead? You should be talking, when you talking to girls, you should be trying to figure out if you like her. When you're fucking a girl, you should be like, does she suck dick good? Does she fuck good? You should be thinking that in the back of your mind. Or if she fucking riding out life, like, damn, this bitch can't even fuck good. Fucking raggedy bitch. You should be thinking of shit like that, bro. Like, why are you worried about, is she coming? Are you gonna come? You know what I mean? Like, thinking in your head, like, oh, I hope it feels good for her. Fuck that, nigga. Do it feel good for you? One thing I'm gonna teach you guys a secret, since you motherfuckers want to know how to make a girl come. 9 times out of 10, if it feel good to you, it feel good to her. Let me repeat that. 9 times out of 10, if it feels good to you, it feels good to her. If it feels like you're fucking sandpaper and the pussy ain't wet, it probably doesn't feel good to her. If that pussy wet as fuck, gripping your dick, doing all that shit, and you feeling good, and it's fucking making you, she feeling good too. 9 times out of 10. If it's hurting and you can barely get it in and you ain't feeling shit, she probably ain't feeling shit either. You should be a little bit more selfish. I know guys, we always try to figure out the problem and try to fix the problem and try to figure out, oh, what does she want? When it comes to dating, you got to figure out, what do you want? What do you want? And does she have it? What do you want in dating? What's your body type? How do you want her to act? What are great experiences that you had with girls? What are not so great experiences that you've had with girls? You need to be a little bit more selfish. You feel me? As a guy, you need to be a little bit more selfish, because being selfless is not going to get you nowhere. Trust me. Every guy that I've ever met that was a simp Every one of them. I haven't met one simp with a loving, caring relationship. In a loving, caring relationship when I met this girl. Not one. I haven't met one simp. Because the eyes never lie. The girl can act like she love a man, but the eyes never lie. But you run across a man's man, I've seen some very happy significant others who can't see nothing but they man. You know what I mean? And from the outside looking in, he might seem controlling and whatever. He bosses his wife around. She loves him. You feel me? You go to their house, you be like, hey honey, get me and CJ a drink. Come on. Loves her fucking man. The other guy like, honey, I got guests. Where did you put the, do you know where you put the alcohol? I'll get CJ something. That guy, wife ain't happy for shit. The guy that's running the relationship, you feel me? Cool than the motherfucker. Wife look at him like, this is my fucking God. You know what I mean? So it's up to you. I mean, shit, some of you guys like playing that submissive role though. So like, you know what I mean? I'm not your daddy, you know what I mean? If you really want to be on that simp stuff and you want a dominant woman to tell you what to do, you know what I mean? And be the breadwinner and all that stuff like that, you want to play that role, you can play that role too. I ain't a judge. I'm just saying, like, if you've been living life for this long and you still ain't getting the results that you want, not results here and there. It's so many people that be like, well, you know, I fucked this one girl this one time. And then you find out it was 3 years ago. You be like, all right, bro, like, are you happy fucking one girl every 3 years? Like, if you not, like, maybe you need to change some things up, bro. You feel me? Like, and if you are happy fucking one girl every 3 years and not getting a relationship or nothing out of it, then, you know, keep doing what you're doing. You shouldn't even be looking for advice at all, because you seem like you content with your life. People that look for advice, they want more. That's all. They want more. They want more answers. They want, you know, they want to test some things out. They want to see what the world really has to offer. And trust me, you can live any life that you want the less you care and the more you pursue. And when I mean care less, you gotta block out people's opinions and block out what people say about you and block out all this stuff. And a lot of the ways that you can do this stuff is just not even tell people what you up to. Just do it. You feel me? You don't even got to tell people what you up to. You just get to work. You put in the work. So, that's my little 2 cents for today, man. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.